I have 8 years of experience. Currently I'm working. Uh, I'm done the various projects like when the web applications and Windows applications are involved in POS. Don't worry the terminologies. I will tell you what is that. I involved in POS and I involved sometimes I involved in the automation also. Uh, this is from my side. Uh, uh, can you introduce yourself? Why you choose the testing? Because tell me why you choose the testing and if anyone suggested you or it's your own interest or it's if did you have any offers? Why you choose the testing only? Because in the market many like we can say that many courses will be there. But why you choose the testing only? Can anyone? Okay. Can you hear me right? Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine because you need to before joining any testing side, you need to choose like why I need to choose the testing only because you need have a clear idea because that is very important. If someone is joining and I'm also joining means there is no use of joining of testing because the testing is very important because without testing in the market we cannot launch any single product without testing. If you go for any technology and the latest technologies also, if you go for any latest technology, IoT or artificial intelligence or anything, if you go with any new technology, now the latest technologies like cloud, in the cloud technologies also we require the testing. You know, currently recently in the recently we are getting the lot of openings in Azure testing and cloud testing, AWS testing, and GCP, like a Google cloud platform. See, anything, whatever the market, whatever the technology will come, testing is 100% is required. Coming to the testing means, so many of people are thinking that the testing is very easy only to finding the bugs. No, it's not be like that. It's not be like only finding the bugs. Testing is not be finding no, is not only a finding the bugs. You need to analyzing and you need to root cause each and everything and you need to understand what is happening. And only one thing, the challenging thing in the testing is what? Understanding the requirements. Understanding the requirements. It is very important. Uh, uh, because if you want to test anything, if you want to test anything means like if you want to test any product or any software, you need to before that you need to understanding the requirements. If you are understanding the requirements means then your testing is good. If you are not able to understand the requirements means you are not able to do any single part of the task. We call in the real time we call it as a task or we call it as an item. I will tell you, don't worry, because I'm telling the importance of testings. Because without testing, if you go for any field like any like Hadoop or I told you right CRM applications, like you can go for e-commerce applications, anything without testing we can't do it. With means I'm telling the importance of the testing. When you have means importance of testing means you need have some domain knowledge. Say what is the domain? Domain means here banking is one domain and financial is one domain and insurance is one domain. The domain knowledge is also is very important. If you want to survive in the testing side, the domain knowledge is also is very important. Domain knowledge is very important. Domain knowledge means I told you right what is suppose you got a job in banking sector, so you need to have some basic knowledge on what is the application, but what is the application flow and functionality. This is very important word, that is functionality. because the functionality is very, very important. Because there is a lot of difference between functionality between the credit card and debit card. They both are not the same, because there are a lot of different functionalities will be there. Debit card will be behavior different and credit card is behaving different. You need to understand that one, and you need to check each and everything, and you need to you need to identify the scenarios, and you need to write the test cases for that one, and you need to check that whether it is working as per the requirement or not. Okay, there is a bright future for the testing. If you are know the process, and if you know how to do the testing, so you can go for any field. I told you, right? It is not, it is like if you are good in networking side, if you know the protocols and you know the networking side little bit, like having a knowledge, you can go for a networking testing. You know, you have a little bit security concept, like you know the little bit security things, you can go for cyber security testings, like hacking will be like penetration testings and all the things. So you can choose anything, you can choose anything if you go for a testing. Okay. Okay, before going to the definition of the testing, before going to the definition of the testing, you know the software, right? What is the software? Software is means what? Software is nothing but an automation. I tell you why we call it as an automation. Software is a collection of programs where it will take an input from the user, and it will do the process and will give the output. We generally know what is the, if anyone, the software is developed means what we will get, what we are expected, output we are expected. That output is very, very important, because that output only, we need to check that output only. That is very, very important. So this is very, very important, because the software is what is a collection of programs where it will takes input from the user, and it will do the process, and it will do the process, and it will give output. This output is very, very, very important, because as a tester we need to check the output on whether the output is we're getting whether the output is getting as per the requirements or not. That is only we need to test, because we don't bother about what the writing the code, because we don't know, right, what code is writing and the application and all the things. Suppose if anyone gives you to test the Facebook application for you, so what you need to test, we never test the code, because as a testers we never test the code, just we are giving what input, and we are checking what on output. We need to check whether the output is getting correctly or not. Clear, right? So far, fine, right? Okay. Before, yeah, thank you. Okay. Before going to we need to discuss what is the manual drawbacks, because drawbacks will be there for the manual process. That what is what the time consuming, and more employees is required, because more and more employees is required, and it is too costly, because that is we know, right, in the manual process what happened, a lot of time consuming, because we need to do manually. And if you start with the manual process means we require more employees, more and more employees, and if you have more employees means obviously the cost will be increases, or the cost will be getting too much. So we need to check this all the things. What is the mainly you need to get a difference between what is the manual process and what is the automation process. This is the drawbacks. Generally, if anyone asks you, right, what is the drawbacks of manual process means, you can tell them the three things, like time consuming. Yes, it is time consuming, because it will take lot of time, and more employees is required. If we get a big project, we get a more employees, and if more employees means it is costly. And coming to the benefits of software, I told you, right, software is nothing but an automation. Means if you are using the automation, suppose if you are using any software, if you are using any automation means, it will be reduce the time. Yes, it will be reduce the time, and it will be reduce the human resources, and it will save the cost. This is very, very important. What is the difference between the manual process and automation process? Many of the people are thinking that only automation is required because we will get the jobs in automation. Yes, I agree with that one, but remember, without manual process, we cannot start the automation. Because that is very, very important. Because automation will be very, very, the manual process is very, very important. Because without the manual means what? Generally you are entering the any URL, just it is what you are opening any web browser, and you are just entering that www.google.com. This is what we are adding the manually. But if you do the automation means what? Automate, you writing the script and you are generating the script means automatically it will be generate the it will be launch the Chrome browser, and it will be enter www.google.com. See, you are not entering anything. Automatically, it will be entering www.google.com, because it will be what? Script will be generating the things. You are not doing anything. That you are writing only a script. That automation means what? You are writing some scripts and you are executing mean automatically it will do. Automatically the browser will be launched. What browser you are selecting, that browser will be launched, and it will be enter the www.google.com. So whatever the browser you are taking, I'm sorry. So that is very, very important, because the manual, what is the difference between the manual process and automation process? Manual means what? The name itself, it is there. Manual means you need to enter each and everything from manually only. Suppose username, password will be there. You need to enter the username. You need to enter the password. You only need to enter the username, and you need to enter the password. And you only click the button. That is what manual process. If you do the same thing in automation means, suppose you done the same thing in an automation means, what happened in the automation means, you need not write the username, you need not write the password, and just you, if you click the submit button means, automatic login button means, automatically it will be navigate to the other page. So this is what the difference between the manual process and automation process. This is very, very important. Okay. And coming to the definition, this is also is very, very important. Coming to the definition, what is testing? What is testing means what? This is very, very important. Everyone is saying that what is testing means identifying the bugs and reporting the issues. No, it's not be like that. Testing means what? The tested developed application means if anyone developed any code and software or any application, we need to check whether it is working according to the client requirement or not. See, this is very, very important. This point is very, very important. Whether it is working according to the client requirement or not. This definition is very, very important, because whatever product or whatever the application, what are the services or anything, you whatever the application you can take, we need to test whether it is working according to the client requirements or not. This is very, very important, client requirement, because I told you right, whether it is working as per the client requirements or not, we need to test that one. Because whenever any application is given, you need to check that, you need to check whether it is working as per the client requirements or not. This, you need not by heart this definition, because you need to understand what is the definition it is. See, testing means what? Simple definition, whether it is working according to the client requirement or not. This is very, very important, whether it is working according to the client requirement or not. Okay, this is where this, throughout this session we will get this one, because based on the requirement only, requirements is very, very important. Based on the requirement only, we need to check whether it is working as per the requirement or not. Okay, objective of testing, what type of objectives is required? If I want to go for a testing side means, you need to make sure, ensure, ensuring the quality means, if you really want to come from the testing side means, you need to check Ensuring is nothing but make sure the quality is very, 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 very important. See, that is quality only gives that product, whether in the market is whether your application is working or not, whether your product is working or not, if the quality is not there, if the quality is not there,
Hi friends, we got small technical issue. Please wait for 5 minutes, then I will be back.
Can you hear me? Hello. Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry. Suddenly my system is restarted. Thank you. Thank you. So this is very, very important. The previously what we are discussing, right? The testing is what, whether it is working according to the client requirement or not, because that is very, very important. So based on the requirement, understand. See, one thing I'm telling, because I'm telling the real time scenarios, because understanding the requirements is very, very important. That is very, very important. Understanding the only the testing challenging thing is what, understanding the requirements. If you are understanding the requirements means your job is very easy. If you are not able to understanding the requirements, then it is very, very difficult. Only the people are thinking that the testing is very easy to identify the issues. Only not only issues, you need to understanding the scenarios, you need to understanding the functionality, you need to understanding the functionality flow, how the credit card will be works, how the debit card will be works. There are a lot of different functionalities, and there are a lot of different scenarios for the functionalities between the credit card and debit card. The similarly, if you take any application, like if you take any Facebook application, that is also, there is a lot of functionalities will be there. Okay. So object, I told you, right, the quality. Ensuring means what? Make sure always, whatever you are testing the application, you need to make sure the quality is very, 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 very important, because you never compromise on the quality. If you are compromising on the quality means the product will not get. Okay. Ensuring the correctness and robustness, and ensuring the reliability is means nothing but user friendly. You need to check how the application is user friendly to, for everyone. So user friendly means everyone can understand what is the functional, what is the application view and accessing, whether I'm accessing the application easily or not. Say there is a Facebook, everyone will be like that Facebook, because there is a nothing functionality like share comment, very with very less functionality. So anyone can understand easily the flow of application, and anyone can easily access, because there is no complicated in that, in the form in the Facebook, because just you can log in with that your credentials, and you just you can add the pics, and you can like the pics, and you share the pics, and you can comment. So that is what you means. Usability means the end user should always acceptable your application. That is also is very, very important. Reliability means how it is user friendly, and you need to check that one. Okay. And ensuring the product is bug free before shipment and the release. This is also is very, very important. Before the product is released to the market, you need to check, we need to check whether it is bug free or not, because this is very, very important. What are the objectives of testing means? You need to check that, make sure means ensuring the quality. Correctness means whether it is be in the reliable or not, is stable or not, you need to check correctness. And robustness, stable means that the application is getting stable or not, we need to check. And ensuring the reliability means what, how your application is user friendly or not, you need to check. And ensuring the product is what, bug free before going to the shipment, release means you are launching the product to the market. So you need to check that the product without any bugs and all. But might be they will ask on interview, can we do 100% of testing? Means we cannot do 100% of testing, because in this world no one can do the 100% of the testing. You cannot say that in this application you cannot say that you could not get any single bug. We cannot say like that, because there is a lot of what we can say, the lot of might be the issue will come within the different scenarios, using of lost data, big data. Lost data means using with the lost data. And might be there is a environment issues might be will come, might be data condition issues will come. So we cannot say that you will not get a single bug in this application. because might be it will come. That's the reason we can say that we can test it, we can say to the customers, we can say to the client, we already done the testing and we already find these much of bugs and we already verified and we already fixed that one. And we are giving the trust to the customers because the testers is very very important. That's the reason without tester confirmation, they are not release any single product in the market. So that's the reason tester is mandatory means compulsory for every project, because that much is importance will be there. Because without tester confirmation, they will not launch any single product in the market. Because that is very very important, because we need to give a confirmation as a QA. We need to give a confirmation, we already test this application, we find this much of bugs, we already, and developers is already fixed that the issues, and we already verify that one it is working as expected, so we can launch this product to the market. See, we are giving complete trust to the customer, client. So client is will believes our trust, and we then and successfully will be launch the product in the market. But we cannot do 100% of testing. We can, no one will in this world, no one cannot do 100% of testing. Might be we will get some issues like client issues, like data condition issues, or test data related issues, or data condition issues will get. Clear, right? So this is very very important. Testing means you can simply, we can say that whether it is working according to the client requirement or not. This is very very important. Why testing is done? Because is it required? Why testing is done? Because we need to check whether why should we need to do a testing? Without testing also we can launch the product, right? Yes, I agree with you. Without testing also, we can launch the product in the market, but it won't serve for a long time, because we are not testing anything and we are just implement the product and we are launching in the market. But in the market, suppose we are getting a lot of issues or lot of problems, means already, if we are getting a lot of issues, means no one will, second time no one will be dare to buy that product, because it is already in the market. The talk will comes like it is, the product is already failed, so no one will ready to buy the product, because it is already the people is already discussed with that product, because the product is already failed, so no one will be ready to buy that one. So that's the reason, before launching any product in the market, we need to check that whether it is working according to the client requirement or not, because that is very very important, right? Because we need to check that whether it is working as per the functionality or not, we need to check. So that is very very important. So why testing is done? Why should we need to do the testing? Because that is very very important. Testing is done to assure means make sure the quality, because of quality we are doing the testing, because every time we what we need to check, quality is very very important. How you define the quality? Again, one more question will get it. How you define the quality, how you define the quality? Quality is defined as justification of all the requirements of the customer in an application. See, what are the requirements, what are the given the requirements, you need to justify all the requirements, then only you will get it the quality product. If you are miss anything in the requirements, means you will not get quality product, because that is very very important. Means justification of all the requirements, what are the given the requirements, you need to justify, means you need to take the all the requirements very correctly, then only you will get a quality product. If you have miss anything, if you miss anything in the requirements, you will not expect quality product, because that is very very important. In the market, everyone is looking with the best price, with the best quantity, and with the best quality. Quality is very very important. So the people are expected anything, like people are, or client is also expected what, quality product. You will not be like, I am having a money, you can implement the product, means no one will do like that, they are expecting what? Quality product. Quality is very very important. Why we are doing the testing means we can say that because of because for quality, because quality is very very important. If anyone asks you, right, how you define the quality means, how you define the quality means, you can say that quality is defined as justification of all the requirements of a customer in an application. So this is very very important. The people don't tell the definitions. You need to understand that theoretically and practically, because in the testing, you need to think lot and lot and lot and lot and lot and lot, because that is very very important. Most of the people are thinking that they will tell the definitions. No, you not tell the definition. You need to understand why. Quality means what? Quality is defined as a justification of all the requirements. Suppose you want to make a cake, so in the cake some requirements will be there, right? Some you have to the making a cake, some requirement. If you follow the all the requirements means, what you will get? You will get a quality product. If you miss any requirements in that, you will not get the quality product. So that is very very important. Clear, right? This is very very important. Quality testing is done to assure means to make sure the quality, make sure the quality. And quality is defined, how the quality is defined? Quality is defined as justification of all the requirements of a customer in an application. Okay, fine, right? Okay, yes, thank you. Need for a software testing. Seriously, if you want go for a testing side means, always you remember all these points. What delivering the quality software product or not? You always check the quality. That's the reason I'm telling quality, 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 because quality is very, very important. You always check means you need to check whether I'm doing testing correctly or not. You always check, and you always need to think. Delivering means what are the releasing the product in the market. You need to check whether I'm delivering the quality software product in the market or not. You need to check. Okay. Satisfying the user requirements. Yes, you always think that what my application is satisfying the user requirements or not. You need to check. And I told you, right, making the software is more reliable, user friendly. That is very very important. Making the software is, check whether your application is more user friendly or not. And one more thing, you need to think about reducing the maintenance cost and avoiding the customer dissatisfaction. See, if you want to go with really, if you want to start your career in the testing side, means you need to remember all these things, but delivering the quality software product and satisfy the user requirements and making the software is more reliable. This is very, very important. User friendly, whether your application is user friendly or not. We have many of examples will be there. Coming sessions, we will discuss what is really user friendly and all the things, like we need to check the tabbing order, tool tips. There is many, in any applications tabbing order, we need to check the tabbing order is working properly or not, and we need to check the tool tips. Tool tips means I will tell you what is exactly it is that. Okay. And you need to reduce the maintenance cost, because this is very very important. Reduce the maintenance cost and avoiding the customer dissatisfaction. This is also is very very important. Clear, right? Yes, this is also is very very important. Advantages of testing. Yes, if you do the testing means, if any product or any software, what are the advantages means, product quality product will come. As we can say that 100% we can say that we will get a quality product, because we have a lot of testers will be there with, they are already done with the testing. They already find the bugs, and they're already, the developers is already fixed that one, and that it is already verified by the testers. And that's the reason we can say that it is getting, we getting the what, a quality product. We can say that we are getting the quality product. And we can say the client satisfaction. What is we can say that what client satisfaction. If you do the quality of work, like what you can say, that client is get satisfied, and he will say that I won't give one more project. So we can say that in like So if the client satisfying means what, we get more business, we will get what, more and more and more business. Okay. And finally we can say that it is what, bug free product. We can say that it is bug free product, because advantage of testing means you can tell all these things like a quality product, and client satisfaction and more business, and we can say that it is the bug free product. Okay, this is very, very important. This is quality products, client satisfaction, and more business, and we can say that bug free product. Because advantages of testing might be, as a freshers, I don't know whether if anyone is freshers will be there or not, but might be they will ask you in interview, what is the advantages of testing means. You can say that yes, advantages of testing means we can say like we get quality product, we get the client satisfactions. If the client satisfaction means we will get more business to the organization, and we can say that it's a bug free product. Clear, right? This is also is one very, very important. Test qualities, like testing qualities means, suppose if you want to start your career in the testing side, means you have some qualities like no compromising on the quality. I told you, right, you never compromise on the quality. If suppose if you are compromising on the quality means will not get a quality product. Compromising, like say suppose you are while you are testing any application, you find one spelling mistake, so immediately you need to report that, that what are you, already you find the spelling mistake, right? You need to immediately you need to report that issue to the development team. Because if you think, why should I need to report, this is very silly issue, why should I need to report this silly issue, if you think like that, will not get a quality product. I told you, right, you never compromise on the quality. If you compromising on the quality means you will not get a quality product. I told you what is testing means, whether it is working according to the client requirement or not. That is what the definition of testing, whether it is working according to the client requirement or not. Why should we need to do the testing means, because of quality purpose we are doing the testing. How you define the quality means, just justification of all the requirements in the given the requirements, all the requirements was given from the customer. So if you justify all the requirements means we will get what, quality product. If you are compromising, comma is not there, in that case also you need to report, hey Karthik, comma is missing, just you need to tell your development team, or at least you need to share that one to your colleague. Because if you are not share that the thing into the colleague means, suddenly what happens, this product will be launched in the market, the same thing identified by the client or a customer, he will be reported back to you, comma is missing. So again, that is impact on the QA side, right? So you never compromise on the quality. Quality is very, very important. You never compromise. Even the spelling mistake, even the full stop, even the comma, whatever you are identifying the issues or a bugs, you need to immediately report it to the development team. If you think that why should I need to report these silly issues means, you are losing the quality, you're losing the quality, simply you're losing the quality. So quality is very, very important. No compromise. What I'm saying is no compromise. What are the issues you are finding, you need to report to the development team. Whether they are fixed or not, that is the secondary part. But as a QA, as a what is your job, what are you are finding the issues, or what are you are observing the issues, you need to report to the team. Because if you are compromised, why should I need to report these silly issues, if you are think like that, will not get the quality. Because the same issue is reported by client means, then they will definitely ask you who test this application. Because many spelling mistakes will be there, so you need to check that one. Okay, there are so that is very, very important. If really you want to go for a testing side, you never and ever compromise on the quality. That is very, very important. Coming to the negative testing. So negative testing means what? There is a positive testing will be there, and what is negative testing? See, generally positive testing means, suppose, for example, you have a phone number will be there. We need to test what phone number. The phone number what? We need to enter the 10-digit number, right? Generally, we need to enter the 10-digit number. If you are entering the 10-digit number means what? That is what positive testing. What is the negative testing? Means you need not enter the 10-digit number. You are adding the alphabetic numbers. Now you need to check whether the what is the behavior of the application. So native testing is also is very important sometimes, because without giving any phone number and you are trying to submit means, even though it is a mandatory field means compulsory, you need to enter the phone number, but you are not entering anything and you are clicking the submit button means, and the system is allowing, means the system application is allowing the phone number with the blank. So that is a bug. So negative testing is also is very important. You need to check before that. Positive testing means you need to enter all the 10-digit number whether it is working as per the requirement or not. You need to check. And negative testing means is the reverse, and the opposite means what? You are not entering anything and you're just giving what? Just you are just giving the blank and you are checking. So native testing is also is very important. And you need have some analytical skills, like analytical skills means you need to think, suppose if I change here in the application, might be it will be impact some other way. So you need to check the all the things, like something some technical skills is analytical things, mean thinking is very important for the testing side. If you really want to come from the testing side, you need always the think means how it is behaving, how it is working, and what is this functionality. If I change here, what will be happens? So that is very important. And finally what? Patience. Testing is boring job. Many of things who are saying that yes, testing is boring job, and you required what? Patience is very important. See, we cannot say that today only I can find the bugs, because you cannot say like that, because today I'll not get a single bug, might be I got issues on tomorrow. So what is required? Patience is very important. Patience means you need to wait for the result, because sometimes it will take a lot of time to get the results. So if you have patience means we can enjoy the testing, because patience is very important. That's what I'm telling. And finally, communication and returning skills. If you want really come for a testing side means, I'm telling seriously, 60 to 70% you need required the communication. Not only english, you can speak anything. You can speak with your respective language, but you need to speak, because in the testing what happened, there are a lot of meetings will be we have a lot of meetings and we need to communicate. So if you suppose you are finding the one issue and you are finding the one bug, but you are not communicating to the on-site team or offline team. So that is very difficult, because communication is only is required for the testing 60 to 70%, because you are in good in subject, you are finding a lot of issues, and you are finding a lot of issues, but you are not communicating properly to the team means, then it is a problem. So returning skills also is very important. Means how, once you finding the bug, we will discuss how we need to report to the issue to the development team, and how we need to raise the issue. We will discuss in the coming sessions. But almost 70 to 60 to 70% will be carries only communication, because communication is only is very important. Because when you are finding the issue, you need to communicate to our on-site team, right? On-site team or in your local team. Suppose you are working from home, but you need to communicate, right? I'm finding the issue like this, and at least you can write a mails to the team numbers. I told you, right? 60 to 70% is only based on communication and returning skills. Okay. Finally, today the last slide of this class. If you want become a good software tester means is all out required. some technical skills is required. Not technical skills means at least you know what is going on in the market and what are the softwares, latest softwares, and at least you know some technical skills. Suppose you know the scripting Java, or you know some Python scripting, or anything like Linux commands, the Unix commands. If you know that some technical skills is required, and analytical skills is also is required. Thinking, you always think the how the application is behaving and all the things. And finally, attitude is also is important. Your body language is very very important, because while you're reporting the issues, you need to talk with very politely to the team, because today you are finding the issues, and might be tomorrow the other person will also get the lot of issues. But you cannot say I'm only finding the all the issues. You cannot say like that, because the communication, I told you, right, you need to discuss with the many requirements with your colleagues, or on-site team, because in that case attitude is very very important. You never show your body language. Uh, and productivity, this is also is very very important. Productivity means you always save the time. Productivity means, because as a tester you need to save the time. You are already finding the issues and you are not giving a proper steps, means how the issue is recreated. You are not giving any steps, and you are just what you are taking a screenshot and you are reporting the development team. But developers is not understanding what you are given the issue. Again they are also spending the same time, so that is what time wasting, right? Even your tester, you are already tested that one, but you are not providing the proper details to the development team. So again developer is what again spending for the testing, so testing time, right? So you need to avoid that one. What are the issues you are finding? You need to take a screenshot and you need to provide the complete steps to reproduce. You need to write the steps each and everything, and you need to report to the team. So in that case developer will be happy that you are seeing of all your steps. Developer is say that, hey Karthik, I will look into this one, because thanks for giving all the complete details. If you are not providing the details and you are just giving the screenshot to the development team, then it is waste. Okay, again developer is also need put a time on that. If you feel like a passion, yes, I want to work with the testing side and I want to love this job, means you can enjoy like anything in this job. Because I told you, right, any new technology comes in the market, testers is required. Without testers, we can't release the product in the market. Without the tester confirmation, they can't release in the market in any product. That is because very very important. You can enjoy like anything, but nowadays you people are thinking that testers were getting a very less salary, and when we are comparing to the development team, no, I am not agree with that one. Nowadays, even you are not believe that we are earning more than developers. We are earning more than developers. Because when you can earn like this, you have a domain knowledge. I told you, right, domain knowledge is very very important. Means you are the dependent in the organization. You know the domain knowledge. You know how the functionality is working, each and everything. Then you can you can earn like anything. There is nothing difference like a tester, like he's a developer. It's nothing like that, because nowadays both having the same equal rights. Even sometimes we are getting more than developers salaries. But you need to think about on your knowledge only. You need to always compare the knowledge. If you are getting more knowledge and you have more stuff, you can earn like anything. There is no age also. You know the freshers is earning now, the salary is 6.5 and 7.5 also, freshers. Because they are coming with the latest technologies, and they're working with the cloud platform and all the things. The company is required for the testers. Then they're not see that whether they are fresher, whether they are working experience or not. They are giving how much salary they want. They are providing complete salary, because they want their services and all the things. Okay, that is very very important. Okay, if you feel fashion, means if you love that job, we can enjoy like anything. Okay, and finally, verbal and communication, written skills and communication is very, very, very important, because the first, suppose if you want to go for interview or anything, the first question they will not ask what is testing, what is regression testing. The first question of your interview is what? Can you please introduce yourself and what is your roles and responsibilities? And they will ask you, can you explain your previous project? If you are lacking in the communication, means if you are not answering anything from above this all the things, means again you have failed the interview, because definitions and this is all definitions and all this will ask in the secondary part. The first question of your interview is what? Can you introduce yourself? What is your roles and responsibilities? And can you explain your previous project? These are very, very important. These are very, very, the people are think that I can go and I can crack the interview. No, you need to think about all the things. The first is what? Communication and retaining skills is very, very important while you are coming to the testing side. Okay, if you know all these things, passion, technical skills, analytical skills, and attitudes and productivity, you always save the productivity. You need to save the productivity time. So what productivity means, I told you, right? If you give a screenshot and you are providing a completely steps to reproduce how the issue come and what are the steps you followed, you are giving to the complete steps to the development team in, and we can save the productivity time. Okay, clear, right? So far we learn like what is testing, and I told you, right, we never compromise the things. What are the testing qualities? No compromising on the quality, and native thinking is always important, and analytical skills. And I told you, right, patience is always is very, very important. If you want, if you want to come from the testing side, means you need have some patience, because we cannot expect the results immediately. Okay, it will take a lot of time to execute the reports and getting the things. And advantage of testing means quality product, client satisfaction, more business, and bug free product. And if you want to really want to for a software side, means you always remember all these points: delivering the quality software product and satisfying the user requirements and make the software more reliable and reducing the maintenance cost and avoiding the customer dissatisfaction. These points are very, very, very important, key points. All these are key points, because if you are really want to come from the testing side, means you always remember, always you need to deliver what? Quality software product, client satisfying is, you always, that is very, very important, and make the software is more reliable or not, and reducing the maintenance cost and avoiding the customer dissatisfaction. You need to check all these things. Okay, and I told you, right, why the testing is done. Testing is done to assure, means make sure the quality. Because of quality only we are doing the testing. How you define the quality means, the quality is defined the justification of all the requirements of the customers of the application. What are the given the application, you need to check the quality is very, very important. That's the reason brand is very, very important, right? So why the brand, we are going for a brand, means it is too costly, because they are tested and each and everything, and there will come with the brand, because the brand wise only we are going to purchase any product in the market, because they are assuring that this is the quality product. That's the reason we are going for the brand. Okay, that is very, very important. So what is testing means, this is the definition of the testing. Whether it is working according to the client, or we need to check whether it is working according to the client requirement or not. So that is very, very important. Okay, so far we done what is testing and what are the advantages and disadvantages, like what is the difference between manual process and difference between the manual process and automation process. And we learn what is the software is nothing but, you know, right, software is nothing but, software is a collection of programs where it will take input from the user, and it will do the process, and it will give the output. This output is very, very important. We need to check this output is getting as per the requirement or not. Okay, clear, right? So in this class, in the manual, we will have almost 22 to 25 to 28 classes will be there. More than 28 classes will be there. In that, We have three projects will be there, like IMS insurance management project will be there, and one is banking project will be there, and next class will be next project will be one is stock inventory management will be there. We have three classes will be there. Sorry, three not classes, three projects will be there. That three projects, and we will tell you completely and real time environment only. We how the real time it will be works, we will tell you with the examples, and completely with real time examples we are will give you. And coming sessions, what is the software testing, white box testing, and black box testing, and what is SDLC? This is very, very important. Software development life cycle. What is software development life cycle, and what are the phases? And this is very, very important. How project will comes to the organization? What is BRS? What is FRS? What is SRS? Business requirement specification, software requirement specification, SRS means functional requirement specifications. This all we need to discuss the coming sessions. So what developer will do, what tester will do, and after that we can go with what is testing techniques, what are the testing techniques we use, and next we can go with the testing fundamentals. This is very, very important. All your interview questions will come on this slide only. Integration testing means what, system testing means what, acceptance testing means what, and functional testing. All your interview questions will come on functionality testing. What is non-functionality testing? We need to discuss all these sessions in the next coming sessions. Okay. Functional testing means what, all your interview questions like, so what is smoke testing, what is sanity testing, what is exploratory testing, what is a ad hoc testing, what is retesting, what is regression testing. All your interview questions will come on this part. 100% regression testing, retesting, smoke testing, sanity testing. Without these questions, there is no interview for you, because these are very, very important. What is retesting, what is regression testing, and we after that we can go with non-functionality testing like performance testing, security, compatibility, and usability. Okay, we need to learn all these things. Okay. And one more thing, once it is done, we will go for models like SDLC models. What is waterfall model? What is the incremental prototype model, spiral model, and RAD model? And we learn with the V model. And finally, we can go with the agile methodology. If you know the agile methodology means all of your interview questions will comes on agile methodology only, because we will discuss in agile methodology why we are using agile methodology. There are a stand-up call will be there. We need to share your status, what you done yesterday and what you done today and what you done tomorrow, and what is the sprint planning meeting, what is the how developer will give the estimation, how QA will give the estimation, how we release the product in the market. Each and everything we can learn the agile methodology. If you are good in agile methodology, you can post your resume and you can go for interviews also, because they will ask you in interview what methodology you are following in current project. You need to explain the agile methodology. What is the sprint, what is iteration, what is retrospectrum, what is epic. All very, these are very, very important topics. If you know this agile methodology, who is the scrum master and what is the product owner, who is the product owner, and so you know some basic, very, very important topics in this in agile methodology. So you forget about all these models, but if you are good in this agile methodology means you can go for interviews, because all the interview questions will comes on, I told you right, functional testings and agile methodologies. Okay. After that, if you're done with the agile methodologies, then we can go with what is software, and we can learn with what is the project management plans, and we can go with what is verification and validation. This is very, very important. In interview they will ask you what is verification and what is validations. And STLC, this is very, very important, software testing life cycle. Previously we saw that SDLC, right, software development life cycle, and this is what software testing life cycle. This is also is very, very important. So responsibilities, roles and responsibilities, and we will go for a three live projects, like a three real-time projects, like a insurance management system and banking project, and finally we can do the one more project like that is live project, we can do that. Do you have any queries so far? Are you able to understanding, right? Anyone? So that's fine. uh, because we took almost 1 hour this class. um, I told you right before going to the testing, this is very very important, the communication and returning skills. At least you need to write a mail to your on-site team, at least you need to write a mail to your local team how your bug is finding, and that is very very important. And if you see that, what I'm saying, that manual, there is a plenty of openings will be there, definitely it will be there, but they will check your domain knowledge. If you are in good in the domain knowledge or functionality. Do you cover automation? Do you cover any automation? This is my first session. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not taking any automation. This is purely on manual classes. Once we get it, automation will take in the next sessions. But this is only your what is the timings for manual session for every day? It is what it is started for 6 o'clock, and it will, because I have the other sessions will be there, so it will take 6 to 7 the class. Do you cover any automation in this my first session? So also expecting complete 25 class time to take weekends and holidays. No, I'm not taking the weekends. We can see we can go with every day 1 hour session is means without any breaks. We can complete within 28 days, because I told you right, because we need to discuss main topics like functionalities and non-functionality and agile methodology. These are very very big, very very important functionalities, and the project explanation. If we are going with continuous classes means we can close with 1 month, 28 classes. Definitely we can complete it. 6 IST, yes, 6 is IST time, India time, like 6 o'clock it will be start. Yes, Monday to Friday. How to download the demo session? You can call them. You have a phone number, right? They will provide you that recording sessions and all the things. 1 hour duration for every class. Yes, every day we will discuss 1 hour class. Thank you. So you have any queries so far? Because testing, I told you right, the people are thinking that testing is not only finding the bugs. Please remember, it is not only finding the bugs. You need to understanding the functionality of the things, because the functionality, how the application is work, how the application is behaved. Sometimes developers will comes to you on your place, because you are every day looking for the application, right? You're every day you're going for the application and you're doing the application, right? So more than developers, but sometimes they will ask, if you are doing good, right? If you are know the each and every functionality means, then definitely the developers will they will ask you, you are doing the good job, or definitely they will encourage you. Suppose if you are not doing, just identifying the bugs and you are reporting, you don't know what functionality is going on, you don't know what result will come, you don't know, but you are just generally you are doing the testing. That is, in that case, it is no use. I told you right, the three things is very very important. Quality is very very important. How the class is going, like practical session or theoretical session? Actually, in up to agile methodology, we have theoretical, and meanwhile we are giving the examples of real time, like practical sessions means, say, to be frank, in the testing, we cannot give any initially, means I cannot tell the project the first level only, first 2 3 classes, because Once you know what is retesting, once you know what is regression testing, once you know what is smoke testing, you know the basic concepts, and all the things, all the theoretical only. And last we can do the practical sessions. Like practical session means you can see that FRS, how FRS document will be there, functional requirement document. What is FRS document? FRS means functional requirement. How SRS document will be there. And we can see the diagrammatically, how the diagrammatically the documents will be there. We can show in the last, and we can have a last we can write the test cases, test scenarios, and we can do the project. Finally, last sessions will get it all the things. And meanwhile, while telling anything like security or performance, we are giving the examples for each and everything. That will comes on the what we can say that practical sessions will come. It you need to work your own, like you need to test the application, and you need to check the functionality flow, how it is behaving, and all the things. Lastly, we can do the all the practical session, but initially the starting all theoretical classes. Will you provide any documentation initially? Yes, we will provide the class every day. I will be provide what I'm telling that class, and I will give the complete notes to you. Providing I will be provide the complete notes to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh, please provide your comments if it is good or bad. I'm not able to see all the messages in the chat. Okay, okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Thank you all. Thank you. I'm closing this session. Thank you.